Residents of Southwest Chula Vista say it's the most neglected part of the city. They think district elections will finally bring better infrastructure and solutions to rising homelessness. Candidates must now reside in the district they hope to represent. Resident Michael Foster says he's optimistic about what this means for his community. He says he often takes his children to play in the parks and finds them filthy.
We've found numerous objects, needles, baggies, and things like this in the playground.
He says he wants a candidate who's going to clean up the parks and help the homeless, who often loiter nearby as he plays with his son.
We need a place for these folks to go at night. We need them to have a place they can shower and a place to go to.
All the candidates say they're familiar with the issues and plan to address them because they live here.
This is my home. This is where I raised my family. And I've also had the experience of being on the council and understanding how municipal government works.
That's Rudy Ramirez, who served on city council for 2 consecutive terms and works in metal fabrication. He says he plans to appoint a full-time administrator accountable to the city manager to address homelessness.
We need to have a more systematic approach to dealing with this problem and managing it.
He says his years of activism for the community make him the best candidate, citing significant improvements to sidewalks when he was a councilman. Some of his supporters recently met outside city council to protest the campaign of another candidate, Eduardo Reyes, who moved here from Eastlake about 9 months ago.
When you just move in somewhere for the first couple of days, you're not going to be aware of what's happening in that community. You're not going to represent that community's best interest. You're still going to be thinking of where you're coming from.
Reyes says he thinks it's Ramirez who doesn't support the community.
He had a chance. He had a chance to serve the community, to make changes, to make a difference. And he didn't do it.
Reyes says he moved to this part of town after separating from his wife because he lived and worked here for about 15 years and feels most comfortable here.
The bottom line is, I'm not interested in dirty politics. I'm not interested in gossip. I'm not interested in defending false accusations. I'm interested in serving this community.
Chula Vista does not require candidates to have lived in the district for a certain amount of time. They just have to be registered voters in the district when they file their nomination papers. Reyes says he plans to push for more parks and other public spaces where families can feel safe.
So this is an example of what I would like to see more of.
Reyes is the principal of Bonita Vista Middle and president of the Chula Vista Elementary School Board. He says his background in education makes him the best candidate because he knows the needs of young people and their families. Like the other candidates, he says the city needs to support local business so residents don't have to go to San Diego and elsewhere for jobs.
If you look at the freeway in the morning, it's pretty much almost at a standstill going north, and coming south, it's, you can go 65 miles an hour.
Another candidate, Emmanuel Soto, also has an education background. He teaches music in the Chula Vista Elementary School District and serves on the Parks and Recreation Commission.
I think investing in education, investing in our children, is investing in the future of the city.
He says schools need more arts and after-school activities, such as those at this recreation center, to keep young people engaged in healthy activities. Soto says sidewalks, streets, and other infrastructure also need more work.
By having a good infrastructure, we could ensure that our community has accessibility across the city, and as well as it makes it a more attractive place for visitors as well.
So this is a banner that we would use like to hang on our side of a fire engine that we're going to be driving around.
Mike Diaz ran for city council in 2000, but was narrowly defeated. He's a retired Escondido firefighter who grew up in Chula Vista.
Put the paint on there. Get the next color.
He's creating all of his campaign materials on his own at the Maker Place, including t-shirts and banners.
I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I'm not afraid of hard work. As a firefighter for over 30 years, I don't mind getting dirty in the trenches.
He says public safety is his priority.
I was out there serving my community for over 30 years, put my life on the line every day, and I want to continue that service to the Chula Vista community as a city council member.
The 2 candidates with the most votes in June will go to a runoff in November. Jean Guerrero, KPBS News.